Today, I'm lure fishing for perch. I'm going to be using spinners and lures today. Probably the lightest lures I can get, actually. I've got a couple in my pocket here. I'll show you one of them as an example. Just this one here. I catch quite a lot of perch on this one here. And I've currently got a little tiny spinner on. And yeah, I'm just hoping to catch a couple of perch on the canal this lovely afternoon. I'm going to be using my Fish with Carl ultralight lure rod. It's literally my go-to rod at this point. It's great. But yeah, let's take the spinner off and I'm going to have a couple of casts out here today. I never really lure fish this place here where I am, so I thought I'd give it a shot because I saw some people catching a couple of perch out the other day, right where I'm standing now. Now, obviously, I usually go down to the really narrow section down there, which I will be going down there later on in the video, but I thought I'll make a start up here first. So yeah, I guess I'm just going to make my way down the canal today, quite slowly, because I'm not in no rush. I've got about 4 hours of daylight left, so there's plenty of time to catch a couple of perch in. So yeah, I'm going to make my way down here and let the adventure begin. Now, obviously, I'm starting off on the really small spinner today, as I've had quite a bit of luck from this spinner recently, and the spinner was already attached to the line, so I'm not going to bother changing it if it can definitely catch me a fish. But the perch on this stretch seem to come out from the complete opposite side of the canal. So if I chuck the lure right the way over there, that was all right, I guess. And I'll retrieve it slowly at first and then fast when I get to the middle. But yeah, a lot of the fish that I've seen being caught on lures over this section come from right over there. Whilst I'm nearby it, I thought I'd come over to the pond in the field. It's just in the field here. A lot of you people want me to lure fish it, so I'm gonna give it a go whilst I'm nearby. I ain't gonna stay here long, maybe 5-10 minutes, but it's worth a go because I know there is a few nice perch in here, so over to the pond we go. Okay then, I've now come across the field and I'm at the pond, so I'm going to put you on the chest cam and I'll get casting the spinner out real quick. I would love if I caught one of the perch out the pond here, because there is some chunky ones in here. I had one that was near a pound before and I've not caught one since. So if I could today, that'd be amazing. If anything, the fish are going to be around this margin here or that margin over there. I'll try them both out for the next couple of minutes. I've seen a few little tiny fish jump on the surface in the 3 minutes I've been here. I do hope I'll catch one. If not though, I'll make my way back to the canal and definitely get one there. Now I'm here, I wish I had my carp gear on me. It's such a good day for the fishing here as well. I would definitely catch a carp if I fished it today. You know what, I might actually come later on because it's a perfect day for it. That'll be a different video though. I don't believe I'm going to catch anything on this spinner, so I'll give it a few more tries, of course, because I'd rather not leave empty-handed, but there's a very high chance I will. The likelihood of catching a perch out of here is low. I've only ever caught them on maggots as well, so hey, maybe I'll have to come here one day and just purely lure fish the place. So I'll be interested to see if I catch anything. Anyway, I've been here 10 minutes and caught nothing, so I'm going to say bye to the pond, make my way back across the field and get back on the canal. So I'm pretty much back at the canal now. I'm just over the bridge at the moment, and if I turn the camera down there, there is the canal. From up here, I can literally see the entire of this stretch and in half of that stretch. And I've seen a couple of little fish jumping on the surface actually, so that's quite a nice sign. But I'm going to get down there now with my spinner and hopefully catch a couple of nice perch today. So let's get down there. Here we go then, back down the canal, and I'm at the narrow bit already. It's changed a lot since I last come down here. It's all orange and yellow now. It looks lovely. This is exactly where I'm going to be starting today. Right out here, just where it starts to go narrow. I find this bit up here has been performing a lot better recently compared to the widened up bit down there. Not too sure why that is, but there's perch down here, many of them, and they're very nice. And I'm going to catch one. Oh, thank God I've moved down here and it's a lot better. I can actually see ahead of me now. Whereas all the way up there, the sun is blinding today for some reason. I should have brought my sunglasses with me. It's a glorious day for an autumn day. It's not cold one bit. It's actually really warm and it's not raining and it's a little bit windy, but you know, it's a nice day. There's a couple of perch jumping down that way of the canal. Sorry, I just thought I had something on then. I don't have nothing on though, but yeah, a couple of perch are jumping down that length a bit, down that little length there. So I'm gonna make some steps that way now, but I'm surprised I haven't caught one yet, you know, because the amount of little perch I saw jumping along the way down and I just didn't hook into one, it's quite unreal. So yeah, I'll make my way down here now. I think one thing I want to try and do in this video is get a big perch on, because I haven't exactly caught a humongous perch in quite a while, and I love seeing them massive perch just come out of the water and you're like, whoa, look what I've caught. It's such a cool feeling, and I ain't caught one in a while. I've just caught little ones about that big, which are lovely to catch, you know, but I'd rather a big one. So I'm now down at the narrow. So I'm now at the bit where it breaks off from narrow to really wide here, actually. This seems to be where a lot of the perch are, but as I said up there, they haven't been down here as much recently, but I guess they may have moved again, so we'll find out shortly. if I catch one or not. But yeah, I'm gonna give it about half an hour down this bit and I'll move back up and give it another half hour there. In fact, I'm thinking about changing my lure over to that little tiny paddle tail in a moment. I'm gonna give it a go here for a little while because this is where I caught about 3 little tiny perch within a space of 10 minutes, right out of the margin here. They come out of nowhere, honestly, and it was all on this exact spinner as well, so it must be a lucky spinner. But yeah, if I just give it a toss down there into the margin and reel that in, see what it brings me. Okay, slight problem. My fluorocarbon lead that I tied to the braid has come off. I must have done a little bit of a weak knot earlier, so I'll have to tie this back on now. Actually, funnily enough, you can see where it snapped off and it's the braid that snapped somehow and not the fluorocarbon. That's mind-blowing. So here I've just got to do a couple of loop knots. I don't even know what the knot's called, to be honest, but I've got to do that and then cinch it together and I'll have my line back. And there we go, just like that, it's going nowhere. While I'm at the whole knot tying business, I'm gonna, 1 second, let me find it. I'm gonna switch this spinner from my little paddle tail lure right here. Let's get it then. I'm just gonna do a little arbor knot over this thing, or a blood knot, or whatever you want to call the thing. Just wrap the line over 5 times. Just like that, and it leaves a little loop at the bottom, and you pull it, and it's tight. Here we go then, my new paddle tail lure's attached, so let's give this thing a go. Hopefully this will catch me a fish now instead of the spinner, which it usually does. In fact, this paddle tail lure I'm using now has caught me many big perch from down here, so maybe that's the difference between spinner and paddle tail. I had a few little nibbles down there then. I think I had the fish attached at one point, you know. I could feel the rod tip going down constantly, but I don't know what was going on there. That was a bit weird, but I've already had action on the paddle tail, and on the spinner I've had none, so that's a really good sign. For the size of this spinner, it swims incredibly. Like the little paddle tail proper wiggles and everything, and it just looks so natural to the canal, because obviously it's a darker lure. It kind of blends in with what the perch would naturally eat in the canal. No way! I've just had a perch on. I swear to God, I had a perch and I got him in, and he was right there. I was about to pick the line and he just dropped right off. Oh my God. He was lovely as well. He was nothing massive, but I've had one on. I couldn't click record there either because I would have lost him, but yeah. So I've had 1 perch hooked now and I've lost 1 perch. I'm gutted about that. I'm sure I'm going to catch another one though, you watch. It's been a little while since I had him hooked now. I've just been casting around this area trying to get another one hooked, but it's not happening. So I'm going to start to move a little bit up this way again. Not too far though, I'll stop right here now and cast this bit out instead. The temperature's started to drop quite a lot now, whether that's because I'm under all these trees in the shade, I don't know, but it's gone really chilly all of a sudden. And now I didn't dress accordingly to the weather, so I'm a little bit cold. So at this point, I kind of just want to catch a perch and go home. So that's what I'm going to make happen. I'm just going to catch a perch out of nowhere. I technically have caught a perch, but you guys didn't see it, so you're never going to believe me. I think it was a great decision switching to this paddle tail lure though, because it's definitely getting more action. I've had some bites on it and I've actually had a fish hooked on it, so it's probably a better lure than the spinner to use down here. I don't even know. It's worth trying them all, in my opinion, because you never know what the perch might want to feed on that day. Anyway, I'm going to start making my way back up this way now onto the narrow bit again, and I'm going to just toss it out a few times here and see if I can get any luck. I'm getting to the end of the stretch now, and it's not looking so promising, I must say. And it's gone colder again. It's just so cold right now. And my fingers are starting to go a bit red, as you can see. I didn't realise it was going to get this cold, but you know what? It's not too bad. I'm probably going to have my last couple of casts out now. Like, I'll have 10 more, I'll say so. Just around this section here, and I really hope I'll get 1 perch at least in the next couple of minutes. I mean, I'm happy to go. I've technically caught a perch and I've seen a perch with my own eyes. That's all I wanted really. But I want to get one for the video now. It's bugging me that they're not biting. So this part here is where I'm going to wrap it up. It's a nice open section, not much going on. There's no plantage blocking the way, so I'm just going to fish out this bit for 10-15 minutes or so maybe. I've decided to break. Oh, here we go. Perch. Perch was just following my lure. Oh my God. Okay, I might be onto something here. I kid you not, a perch about that big. He was big. He was just following my lure and I didn't even realise until last second. Guys, there's a perch there. I'm just going to be quiet because he's following my lure and I don't want to scare him, but I need to try and lure him back again. He went to attack it, but he just like, the lure sort of slipped past his mouth and he didn't bother. But there is perch in this place, guys. I need to get one. I've decided I'm going to have 5 more little tosses out with the lure now. Just right here, because I know there's some perch in this location. I've seen 2 follow my lure here, 2 big ones as well, but I just need to land one. So that's the mission in the next 5 casts. I'm just going to do a range of little tactics and see if I can get one. Cast number 1 then, I'll go right in the outskirts there, and I'll bring it in quite slowly. I don't want to go too fast, but then when I hit the middle there, I'll start to speed it up a little bit. It's mid-water, coming at a decent pace, and perch will be following that if they're there. But no, nothing on that one, so I'll speed up the rest. Okay, so I'm now down to my last cast. I think for this one, I'm just going to go all the way down there as far as I can, get a good stretch out. That was decent, and I'll let it sink a little bit, and now I'll retrieve. I need to turn the drag on a bit actually, just in case I do get a bite, because if I did, it'd just be stiff otherwise and there'd be no fight. It's about halfway in at the moment, so I'll slow it down a little bit, give the rod tip a few jerks just to get some motion on the lure. If a perch follows this and bites it now, that'd be unreal. But I can just see it now by my feet, it's in the margin, and I think I'm just going to have to accept my fate at this point. Nothing's attacking that now anymore. I think it's too cold for the perch now. Well, that's that for today. I've had a nice session out down here, apart from the last hour when it got freezing cold. But I'm not too bothered that I didn't catch, because technically I did in my eyes. I caught a perch, had him hooked. He got right in, and I swear to God he was there, and he just dropped back off into the water. Well, I was gutted when that happened, but I've caught a perch, you could say so. But it's time for me to head back in now, because the sun's just about starting to set. I don't even know what time it is, to be honest. I haven't brought my phone down with me, but I can imagine it's nearly sunset, because, well, the sun's setting behind me, so I'm just assuming it's probably around 4 o'clock-ish. And if that's the case, then I've had a nice 5 hours out down the canal and wherever I've been. But it's time for me to bring the video to an end now. But yeah, as I said, I've had a good session, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. So if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss another video in the future. Make sure to check some videos out on screen if you haven't already. Become a member of the channel to help support these videos, and follow my Instagram. The link for that is in the description, and I'll pop it on screen here. It is just Wilf_fishing. I'll be posting pictures of fish I've caught and my fish in my pond. I'll just post loads of stuff on there for you guys to get a bit of behind the scenes. But that's about all I've got for you now. I want to get home because I'm really cold, and I just want to go and sit by the fire. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace for now.